a lot of different variables of why the AC system stops working, but there's particular 4 to 5 things that I'm like, some average person can do this and get their AC fixed in no time without knowing too much about HVAC. I just want to share you guys these 5 things that you guys can check out whenever you guys are diagnosing your AC and trying to figure out why it's not working. 5 easy things. So let's get started. Number 1, your filter. It is the easiest thing to change out, but can cause your system to ice up. That only happens whenever your filter gets dirty and builds up that debris and that thick wall that we don't want. So please, periodically, every 3 months, you should be changing out your air filter. If you don't know the location of your air filter, try to get somebody that knows about ACs and they can help you identify where your filter is at. Number 2, your condenser coil outside. A lot of times you can't really see it because of the outside frame of the condenser unit. The condenser coil within the walls usually builds up a lot of gunk, a lot of debris, and a lot of lint kind of material, which can cause, again, just like the air filter, can cause your system to ice up, which is bad news for everybody. So what you want to do is not a pressure washer, but you want to get your little garden hose, coil cleaner first, apply it to the outside, and then rinse it down with a garden hose. And you want to do it periodically, zigzag up and down, and make sure you cover every area of that condenser coil. Number 3, what you want to check out is your flow switch. Your flow switch or your condensation drain line. A lot of times when that gets clogged up, that can cause your system to freeze up as well. It can cause your AC system to not cool as much. So try to make sure that you can trace your condensation line. A lot of new houses, they have the air handler on the top, the condensation drain line running to the side or the back of the house. You just shake it up. Or what I like to do is throw some pressure in the line, or you can shop vac the line. There's different variable ways you can get that clog out of that condensation drain. Number 4, what you want to check out, now that we're getting to the electrical parts, you want to make sure that you turn off the breaker on the outside condenser unit. You want to go inside actually in the breaker box and turn off all the breakers. You want to take off that panel on the side, and there's going to be 2 components. There's one that I'm going to speak about right now first, and that is the contactor. The contactor basically gets all the voltage, the 240, and it sends it up to the fan motor and the compressor. An easy way to check out is the little bar in the middle of the contactor. You press that with obviously with an insulated screwdriver so you don't shock yourself. You want to press that bar that's in the middle of that contactor, press it with your screwdriver. And if it just hums and it doesn't start the fan or it doesn't start the compressor, that's a great indicator that the contactor has probably been fried, probably no good no more. So go ahead and change that guy out, and 9 times out of 10, the unit will turn on. If it's not that, first thing before you try the contactor, you want to go to the capacitor, which is the silver can looking thing connected to your fan, your Herm, and your common, which is sometimes 3 wires or maybe 4 wires. It all depends. Your capacitor. Your capacitor's job is to power up the contactor. So the contactor could power up the compressor and the fan motor. A lot of times it's the same symptoms you'll hear. You'll just hear the compressor humming, and basically that's yelling for more voltage, more juice. It's not getting enough to crank up, and it's just stuck in that gear, and it just won't turn on because it has no voltage, or not enough voltage, I mean. And what you want to look at is the capacitor first. Your capacitor, if it's not your capacitor, it's your contactor, which we explained about before. So check those 5 things. Those are the only 5 things that I have in my mind that I'm like, man, a lot of people can really just do that without having to go to HVAC school, without having to, do too much studying. Watch a simple video like this. Those are 5 things that I just believe that are easy to do for a regular person. Filter, condensation line, condenser coil outside. Make sure you do that, clean that periodically. Your capacitor or your contactor. Again, I helped my dad out the other day. fix his AC back home in Georgia, and it works like a charm now. So you guys just to follow those tips. Hopefully I help you guys out. And if you guys have those problems again, make sure to follow those 5 rules, the 5 secrets.
In my hands on my face, and I'm still on my feet to the top. In my hands on my face, and I'm still on my feet.